I'll open this up. Okay, I'll moderate this and I'll open up. And so what I want to talk about tonight is should established routes ever be changed? And I've had some experience in this in the past where a route that I really enjoyed. It was the third pitch. It was a little spicy. There was shit gear the whole way. There's 3 pins you clip before the crux. It's only 5/8. I've probably done it 20 times. I love it. It got modified, and you can climb that whole pitch now without clipping without placing a single piece. And when I climbed that pitch, I was like, well, that's not the same pitch. And I didn't like it. I kind of missed my experience. That's happening a lot out there. You know, there's a Grip magazine out right now that says, a big article by Mr. Genero talks about change in ethics and what he's been doing in retro bolting and whatnot. And I won't say that I disagree or agree with it, but he's changing the style. Some people are changing the style of routes. When a person puts up a route, to me, it's like painting. You painted a picture. You said something about that route. It may be run out. It may have shit gear. It may have good gear. It may be a sport route. But when somebody else goes and changes that, they've changed what you've already done and what you've put out there for the world. And I disagree with that. And I'm an asshole. I know there's a lot of opinions on this one. Why do I want to climb on crap gear? Here you go.
I fully agree that you shouldn't change the nature of a route, but how do you feel about bolting stations for safety?
I don't know. How do you guys feel about it? It's not my. I'm not the one who's saying up here going, yeah, do it or no.
Well, that's kind of.
Yeah. So you guys agree or don't agree? Stations or no stations?
No stations.
Stations. Okay. Okay. Any other opinions out there?
How about this one? So there's.
Hold on. Keep it down. Keep it down.
So is Steve Birch here tonight? No. Okay. Well, we went up Highlander. Pardon me, not Highlander, but Astrayam a few years. Last year, I think it was, and that's original bolts. That's old. It's pretty scary now. If you fall on a bolt, I'm pretty sure that's not going to hold. Yeah.
It's always been scary.
Yeah, but the bolts probably worked back then, right? And that was what, 20, 25 years ago?
Dude, the bolts still hold. The late whipped on them just the other day. And he's a big dude.
Well, there you go. Is that the answer? Don't touch an original bolt?
I'm just saying that hold at the moment.
Trust your heart.
So what else we got here?
I somewhat agree with that. Climbed in Thailand, where it's a constant process of replacing bolts because of the extreme weather. We don't have that here, but we have a lot of other issues. 20-year-old bolts. Are they safe anymore? I mean, if you're replacing the same amount of bolts that the first ascensionists put on the pitch, is that changing the nature of that climb? It's just making it safer for a new generation. It's not changing the climb.
Okay.
Or is it?
No? Does stuff need to be safe out there? Like my question. No. Is climbing safe?
It needs some area.
Okay. Okay, so you guys agree that bolts that we've got out there that are old and failing, those should be replaced? Yes. Okay. What about pins? You know, there's an old manky pin there, and I know I felt pretty good clipping some of them. But now somebody's taken that pin out and put a bolt there. Is that the same thing? Okay, so where is the friggin'... What's going on out there? Anybody got more comments? Does climbing need to be safe? Does every route need to be safe?
Yeah, why not?
My name's Grant. I work with CASA. I previously worked in Ontario when I climbed there. I worked with the Access Committee. Now, some of you may have heard of a cliff called Bon Echo. The Toronto section has a hut there. And one of the things that we did there, the provincial park said no new routes. However, we worked with the provincial park and we worked with the climbing community and came to a plan. Basically, where a pin placement degraded, we would try to replace it with a pin. If it couldn't be replaced, it degraded too far, we would replace it with a bolt. With an exception. If there was a viable gear placement nearby, it would not be replaced. That's basically what we did at Bon Echo. And I think that's a good ground mark for what we do out here as well.
You guys agree? Don't agree?
How many square acres is Bon Echo?
Any other comments out there?
1 million square miles? Like,
So what's a good placement? Is if you're in Arapalis, an RP is a good placement, but in the Rockies it's not. And what's nearby? Like, I don't mind climbing 20 feet above my piece, but somebody might not mind.
20 feet would be too far.
Okay, well then it's relative, right?
We'll protect it the same way that the pin did.
But
I mean, there's no hard and fast ground rules. It's a general idea.
I don't think the conversation is when you put up a route and it's run out, should you be adding bolts to it, not